Well, good afternoon, or I should say morning. I'm out in the shop. I've got a piece of that beautiful driftwood that Mr. Jackson brings me all the time to put my orchids on. This piece has got to be, I don't know, 4 feet long. It's got a couple of beautiful, beautiful grainy knots. This is a really nice hard piece of cedar that's just weathered and sapwood's left. That's another beautiful knot for putting something in. There we go. I'm going to do a little trimming and put some hangers on this so I can get ready to put plants on these two. Anyway, let me put you in the tripod. Same old, same old. I've done this enough, I guess, where people should know the drill. But there's always surprise, and you never know what's inside the piece you're cutting and how well it'll come out in the end. Sorry for the noise. First, I'm just going to cut this in half. That way it's easier to handle. Oh, that's beautiful wood. I can get the scent of the wood, the lighter wood. I can smell it. It's like turpentine. One of the things that I think about it a lot more than I used to when I'm cutting a piece of wood to use as a mount is how it's going to fit in the containers that I like to water in. I have put some plants on some mounts and that I regret just because it's hard to handle them now. Anyway, something to think about, as you're cutting one and putting it together. Give it a nice flat to mount through. I don't know if this is boring to people or if they enjoy watching this or what. I like watching the woodworking shows, but this isn't necessarily woodworking. So I made some really light marks on here with a pencil, so I'm kind of following what I wanted to do earlier. Getting close. I'm actually shaping the bottom of it so it helps it drip so it doesn't just drip along the entire edge. It goes more of a point. It's less likely to rot the mount, in my opinion. Not intended to be a sharp point, but makes it more stable too, I think. Like that. When I stick it down in the pots, it wedges up against things and holds it better than something flat. It really does. It kind of has a tendency to knock over sideways. Anyway, I think that's going to work. Let me see if we can see anything. Let me slide everybody over here a little bit to the workbench. Sorry about that ride. It's always a rough ride, it seems like. That's a lot better. I like that. That's two really pretty pieces of wood. I wish there was a bigger hole down here. I can add that later on if I need to. You know, another place for the plant to grab hold of. Let me adjust everybody here just a tiny little bit. And now it's just drill and wire. We're done with that. That's all I'm drilling is 2 holes, and like I've shown before, try and offset them a little bit if you can. It helps it, keeps it from splitting. It's so easy if they're offset. That way they're not in the same grain, if you follow me. This is all I do. I always start with the tag end first, the loose the end, and make sure that there's enough wire sticking out the back so that you can get some leverage and bend it over. You don't want to hurt your finger. I'll just use my thumb as a spot to hold it. And we'll put a 90 into that. Hang on just a second, let me get a dog. I hear one of my dogs are barking. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Head on up the house. All right. Sorry about that, but anyway, I'm going to put it in like this. I'm just going to eyeball where that hole is. Pull it back out. And bend that again. Check it, see how close I am. I'm going to adjust that a little bit. This is 16 gauge wire. It comes from Home Depot or Lowe's. You can get it both places. I find it in the acoustic ceiling department. You know where the acoustic ceiling stuff is? Anyway, I've got it bent like this. Put it through my mount. Hang on just a second. This is what I get on the back, so I can bend this down very easily now because it has some length to it. If that was only half inch long, it'd be hard to bend. And then I can go up with this one and trim it off and make my hook. I've shown that a bunch of times, but I love it. That's going to be a really good mount. I like that one. Mr. Jackson has a knack for finding some of the best driftwood and pieces like that for mounting. And he's never grown orchids and doesn't know anything about them, but he is just a dear friend and always trying to help me out. So that's going to make a really pretty mount, I think. That's good size too. That's good size. Now I've got another one. I'm not sure if that's long enough. I think it is. I'm going to do the same thing. I always start with the lowest hole, the tag end. Then I'll put it in. You can mark it with a Sharpie or something if it's easier for you. Check it and see if it's close. If it's close, it works real well. I don't know if I'm showing this stuff on camera and off camera, if I'm missing it or not. I hope not. Now I'm going to have to set this down so I can tap it for a second. And again, that's all I do, push it through that way. The main reason I mount mine like this, and there's nothing wrong with a single hole, nothing wrong with it, but this just eliminates that one link that makes them really wiggle a lot. I get a more solid hanging mount, I think. They're less likely to knock around and swing around quite so much. And keeps the wood from splitting. Mounts, as I'm finding out, I'm new to orchids. They are, if you pick the wrong mount, it can be a real pain. I mean, it can really be a pain. So anyway, there's those two. Really, really nice looking pieces, I think. Thank you, Mr. Jackson, again. That turned real nice out of a little piece of a, kind of an ugly little piece of wood. I got two beautiful mounts on that. Anyway, that's kind of all I do. Hope some of that was on camera, and hope everybody enjoyed it. I'm out working in my shop. We had that heavy rain yesterday, and it's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day out today. I'm finished up a few things in here, and I've been working in and outside, and wish I could put the plants out, but not quite yet. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and try them out sometime. Try them out. Have a great day.